how we hit the turning lane. Pass the blunt, we burn the flame. Light it up, rolling up a Mary Jane. So lit, and it's on lit. And you know that we the bomb. It's a ripple, that's cool, and no, we're gone. Cause girl, you know it, I die harder than Bruce Willis. I hope that you feel it.
Okay, Mr. Sand, cross-examination.
Thank you. Mr. Wright, have you and I ever met?
No, sir.
You have a podcast, I believe, right?
YouTube channel that I talk on.
I'm sure you're probably anticipating the next question. In your YouTube channel, you have spoken a little bit about me, for instance, right?
That's correct. And you have spoke about me as well.
Yeah. So in terms of your podcast or YouTube channel, and once again, I don't think it was anything derogatory. It's more like he's never tried a criminal case, or I think Hollywood-ass attorney. I think you had said something like that, right?
Well, you did about 10 interviews in the last 2 months, so I may have said something like that.
Now, in terms of your podcast stuff, it's this pretty good point. At some point, you had actually instructed Keith that, hey, he can actually make money doing the YouTube stuff. Remember that?
It didn't go quite like that, but I did pass his number to a few YouTube channels after he and I had this discussion about doing something on my channel, but I refused to pay him because I'm not giving someone I believe is Tupac Killer money.
Sure. You had a interview with a Mr. Mogg. Do you remember that?
Detective Mogg, yes, sir.
Was he a detective at the time?
He was.
Okay, so he's a detective at the time, and he sat down with you, and you had a conversation with him, and you basically told him that you had advised KPD about I don't know, how much you can get paid doing YouTube stuff. Remember that?
I don't remember that, no.
Now, you don't remember that, or you don't believe that?
I remember Kevin Coffey, but to say you can make $5,000 or $10,000, I didn't have any conversation like that with Detective Mogg.
Okay, so you don't know or you don't remember. I just want to make sure we're different here.
I remember meeting with Detective Mogg. I know I am the one that started passing Mr. Davis' number around to do more interviews to get him to talk. Yes.
Okay, so when you volunteered to Detective Mogg.
You volunteered to Detective Mogg.
KPD's number. You said, I set him up with a couple of interviews.
Correct.
And because I promised you, if y'all ever listen, I promised him I would. You know, we talk bad about each other, but you know, I'll hook you up. I'm kind of know all these YouTubers out here, and so I kind of hook people up with them. Quote, you want to make some money? N-word, unquote. And then question was asked by Detective Mogg, so what do you get paid for your interviews? And you respond, oh, I get about $2,500, $3,000 a show. You remember that?
That's accurate, so I might have said that.
Now you also said $5,000. I got my F. He was crying about his taxes. You were referring to Keefe in that, right? He was crying about his taxes, Keefe?
Not sure.
I got him about to go blast them next week. He's getting $3,500. So they pay you because they get views. They get paid, man. YouTube, every million views you get about 6,000 to 10,000. And then...
That's the channel.
Okay.
Not the person.
And then once again, I'm talking about the YouTuber. And so if you do a bunch of them and you get 100,000 and they break them up into like 5 or 10 minute segments, and you can get a 15-second segments from me and you get 200,000 people to view it, you can make $8,000 to $10,000 off of me. And you just gave me $2,500, $3,000. You remember saying that to Detective Mogg?
I'm sure. Those sound like accurate statements, so I'm sure I did.
And once again, it's clear to show that there's a business with YouTube, right?
That's correct, sir.
And so when you post something online, you're posting it online with the hopes that you're going to get paid for that.